In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this very simple daisy. For materials, I am using two different colors of worsted weight yarn. I'm using this light yellow instead of white just because it's easier to see on camera. And I'm also using a 5mm hook. Now you can make these daisies any size that you like. You could even use some small crochet thread if you want to make a really tiny one and a small hook. I recommend just looking at the yarn label on your thread or your yarn to see what size hook they recommend. Let's get started. I'm ready to start round one, and I'm going to be using US crochet terms for this tutorial. We need to begin our round with a ring, and there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. You can begin with a slip knot, place it on your hook, and chain 4. Then slip stitch into that first chain, and that forms a ring. You would then work your first round of stitches into that ring. The second way that you can do it is to make a magic circle, and there's a few different ways that you can make a magic circle. I like to just lay my yarn on my hand like this, and then do a crisscross over my finger to form an X. I then go underneath the first strand with my hook, and grab the second strand and pull it down through. Then I remove the loop from my finger. All right, so to start round one, we're going to chain up 1. This does not count as a stitch. And we're going to work 6 single crochets back down into that ring. So to work a single, insert, yarn over and pull through. We have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Insert into the ring, yarn over and pull through, 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. Insert, yarn over and pull through, 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. We need to make 3 more of those here. Now, if you've made a magic circle, you might want to cinch this up a little bit. Then going to slip stitch into that first single crochet that we made, going underneath both loops, yarn over and pull through to close the round. For round 2, I'm going to start right where I left off. I'm going to chain 1. Once again, this does not count as a stitch. And then going to place 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So I'm going to go right back in from where I joined here. Place 2 singles. And then placing 2 singles in each stitch around. I have 1 more here. You should have 12 single crochets when you finish. And this is the other side of our joining stitch. We're going to skip over that. You're just going to insert your hook into that first single crochet once again, slip stitching to join the round. And it's time to fasten off. So I'm just going to cut, leaving a tail to weave in. Yarn over and pull through, and I'm going to go ahead and weave my ends in off camera to save time. So that's the end of round 2, and we've finished our flower center. For round 3, we're going to join with our new color, and you can use whatever joining method you like. I'm going to show you what I do here. I leave a small tail and make a slip knot. I'm going to insert my hook into one of these stitches. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to place my slip knot on the end of my hook and pull it through. And then I like to chain 1 and cinch it down really nice and tight. That way my yarn is joined and I begin with a loop on my hook. To make each petal, you're going to start with a chain 7. We're going to be making different stitches down the back of this chain until we reach the base of our petal again. And I'm going to go through this with you nice and slow, but feel free to pause the video if you need to. So we're going to skip that first chain and work in the second chain. We're going to place a single crochet. So insert, yarn over and pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. In our next chain, we're going to place a half double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over and pull through. I have 3 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through those 3. In the next chain, I'm going to place a double crochet. So yarn over, insert into the chain, yarn over and pull through 3 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through 2. So now we're going to work back down in reverse as far as our height goes. So in our next stitch, we're going to place a half double. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 3 loops, yarn over and pull through those 3. In our next stitch, single crochet, and in that very final chain, we're going to place a slip stitch. Just insert, yarn over and pull through that loop on the hook. Then we're going to slip stitch over into the next single crochet. And we're going to repeat that all over again. So we're going to chain out 7, skip the first chain, working in the second chain, single crochet, in the next chain, half double, in the next chain, double crochet, and in the next, half double, single crochet in the next chain, and then in that final chain, we're going to work a slip stitch. And now we've reached the bottom, so we're going to slip stitch into that next stitch. I'm going to do this with you one more time. We're going to chain out 7, second chain from the hook, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet in the next, half double crochet, oops, slipped right off there, single crochet, and slip stitch. Then going to slip stitch over into our next stitch. So if you'd like to save time in this video, go ahead and pause, work your 7 chains and then your stitches on the way down. Continue that all the way around. You should have 12 petals total. I'll meet you back here on this final petal to show you how to finish out the round. I'm on my final petal here. Here's my single my half double, double, half double, single, and my slip stitch. I've reached the bottom of my final petal here, and I'm just going to slip stitch into that very first stitch that we started with, so where we connected our yarn, to yarn over and pull through. I'm going to use my scissors and then yarn over and pull through. That's the end of our petals. I just finished weaving in my ends and my daisy is finished. Now, if you're looking at your final piece and thinking, this still looks a little bit wonky, if your petals are slightly twisted or curled up, it's not laying very flat, it's okay. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about blocking. So blocking is a technique that's used to relax the fibers in your crochet piece and give it its final shape, like this one over here. And there's a couple of things that you need for blocking. The first thing that you need is a blocking board and some pins. Now, if you don't have a blocking board, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to run out and buy one. You probably have something at home that you can use instead. So if you have a piece of cardboard or styrofoam or a cushion or an old throw pillow that you no longer use, you can actually use that for blocking. Now, there's a couple of different methods for blocking. The first one is a wet block. You would take this piece and put it into some water, like your sink, and allow it to soak for a few minutes. You would then take it out of the water. Don't wring it like this, just lay it out flat onto a towel. And then you would just roll it up or fold over with a towel and press out the water. You would then lay it down onto your blocking board, pin it in the center, and then what I do is just flatten these petals out and place a pin at the end of each one. Then you would allow your piece to completely dry and remove it from the board. Another thing that you can do is to lay it out dry as is, set it on your board, pin it out, and then spray it with a little bit of water, get it nice and coated, and allow it to dry. The next thing that you can do is a steam block, where if you have a handheld steamer, you can use it and just put a little bit of steam over the top of it to allow the fibers to relax and go flat. However, you might want to check your fiber content on your yarn. If it's acrylic or has some sort of plastic in it, it may melt with the steam, so you want to make sure that you don't get it too close to a heat source. So those are a couple of things that you can do to finish out your flower. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all of your crochet crafty friends. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials.